Hey, hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to find universities that will allow you to literally earn an entire bachelor's degree in less than a year. So if that sounds good, let's dive in. If you like videos like this, if you want a college degree faster, just make sure you like and subscribe. So the first thing we're going to do, step one, you need to find schools that have competency-based education programs. And what that means is that the school will allow you, or they'll give you college credit if you can prove to them that you have the knowledge for that particular class in your brain and can pass an exam, basically. Okay. Now, don't worry, you don't need to have the knowledge in your brain now. You just need to find a school that's going to allow you to do this, because you can seriously, like, you can just figure out what you need to learn and then learn it and then go take exams and not go through 4-month college classes. You can go through college classes in like a week. Okay. So we're going to jump over to my computer screen and I'm going to show you how to start looking. Okay. And you can go way, way deeper than this, but this is where I would start if I was looking for a school like this. And this is where I did start when I did this myself and got my bachelor's degree in 9 months. Okay. Go to Google, search competency-based education programs. Okay. You're going to see a whole bunch of advertisements. Then there's this website called My Degree Guide. Every year they post a list of like 15 of the best competency-based education programs. We're just going to go there and you're going to start with 15. Okay. There are more than this, but this is a really good place to start. Now, if you start the article, you're going to scroll down. There's ads everywhere. Like, seriously, there are ads everywhere. But if you just keep scrolling, like near the bottom of the article, you're going to see this section that says list of schools offering competency-based education programs. And boom, there's a big list. Anderson University, Capella, Indiana Wesleyan, Northern Arizona, Purdue University Global, Rasmussen College, Southern New Hampshire University, Texas A&M, Thomas Edison State, University of Louisville, University of Massachusetts Global, University of Wisconsin, Walden, Western Governors University, Westminster College. There's like, that's 15 competency-based education programs right here. And this is a really, really good place to start. Now, this is debatable in the online world. If you're looking at how to get a college degree faster, there are two ways to do this. Way number one, the strategy that I highly prefer, is to enroll in a really rock solid competency-based education program and test out of all your classes through the university. Strategy number two is to go online and buy a bunch of third-party college level exams, take a bunch of exams through third-party resources, and then transfer them over to universities that have really, really lax standards for what they'll accept for transfer credits. And there are universities that will accept like 3 years worth of college credit from third-party resources. And you've maybe heard of this. It's like CLEP exams, sophia.org, study.com. There are a bunch of different resources where you can do this. I prefer competency-based education programs because it's faster. Okay. If you go and hack like 3 years worth of school through these third-party resources and then transfer credits over to a university, you still have to do a year worth of school the normal way. So instead of being able to graduate in like 6 to 12 months, you're looking at closer to like 2 years. Okay. And most schools have that requirement. We'll let you accelerate most of your degree, but you have to finish at least a year of your education through our program. So when you're doing the transfer strategy, it's not as fast. Okay. And when you're doing it through a university, there are some really rock solid schools that allow you to do this. So you usually end up with a higher quality degree anyway. Okay. So that's number one, is you find a competency-based education program. Number two, you find a program that you like. Once you've found a competency-based education program, you want to make sure that they have no restraints on how fast you can graduate. 0 time restraints. Okay. Now I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to show you a bad example. Okay. University of Phoenix. Okay. They claim to have competency-based education programs. This is their page where they talk about their competency-based education programs. If you scroll down, they're going to give you a little more detail. And if you look at this section that says PACE, their traditional programs are 1 5 to 6 week course at a time, okay? Or their competency-based programs are about 4 months to complete 4 courses, okay? So it's your time restraint is 1 class per month, essentially, okay? Well, just being able to go at your own pace or finish classes at your own pace, it's not helpful if they cap how many classes you can complete per semester, okay? 4 months to complete 4 courses, that's traditional pace. Like most semesters are 4 months long and you usually take 4 or 5 classes, okay? That's how college normally works. So instead of like going through 4 classes at the same time, you're going through 1 class at a time, but it's taking you just as long, okay? This is a perfect example of what not to choose. Now, I have had some feedback. Like I did a video on this in the past and someone said, that's not true. You're lying. I went to University of Phoenix and I got special permission to complete 5 classes every 4 months. Seriously, like that still sucks. Okay. Woohoo, special permission. You can do 5 classes in 4 months instead of 4 classes in 4 months. Guess what? You're going to graduate like 3 months faster, but it's still going to take you more than 4 years. Don't bite. Okay. What you're looking for are universities that literally like you're going to enroll in a semester and they will allow you to finish unlimited classes per semester. If you finish 1 class in a day, they will give you credit for that 1 class in a day. If you do a class a week for an entire year, they will let you graduate. You'll graduate before that because a bachelor's degree is normally 40 classes. If you did a class a week, that's what I did actually, I graduated in 9 months and the school had no issue with that. They allowed me to do that. So that's step 2 is make sure the school doesn't have any time restraints on how quickly you can complete classes. Okay. Now, number 3, and this is really important because not all schools allow you to do this, but there are really, really good schools that do. Okay. So the third tip I want to give you is to just forget about prestige. Okay. A lot of times we like grow up in a certain area. I grew up in Utah and my whole life I wanted to go to the University of Utah. It's like the best school in the state, right? Or one of the best schools in the state. Now, that's what I wanted. University of Utah does not allow you to get a bachelor's degree in 6 to 12 months. But there are schools that are equivalent in quality of education that will. So stop focusing on like, I want a degree from this particular school. If you find 2 schools, one allows you to graduate in 6 months and one's going to take you 5 years, but both of those schools open the exact same doors for your career, choose the one that lets you go faster instead of being stuck and I guess instead of grasping on to the name of the school. That you can have a good high quality degree, like a legit rock solid good name degree that opens the same doors, but it's not the exact school that you're going for. Now, I want to give you an example. Now, this is an article from fortune.com, okay? Huge news outlet. This is absolutely crazy, okay? Stanford University. This is a huge big name school. They are starting to offer a brand new course or a brand new class that will exclusively study one of Taylor Swift's songs. Okay. And if you read deeper and if you research more on this, and I can leave this article down below, but literally Taylor Swift has a song and there is a 4-month college class dedicated to dissecting the lyrics of the song and studying what everything means in the song. Okay. So if you're like going for prestige, if you're wanting to go to like this huge Ivy League big name school, these schools, the quality of education is not necessarily better at these schools. It's just the prestige and the value of the name of the school. Okay. Now, having said that, there is a strategy. If you need an Ivy League degree, like if you need to graduate from Harvard to get the job that you're trying to get, you can still hack an undergrad and then transfer over. Okay. Now, here's a good example. When I'm looking for prestige, I'm looking for what schools have really, really good track records for job placement. Like, do their students get really good jobs? And number two, do really, really prestigious schools value these degrees as equivalent to anywhere else? Okay. Let me explain what I mean here. This is one of my personal favorite schools for accelerating. It's called Western Governors University. It's 100% online. There's no brick and mortar campus, but they're regionally accredited and they're really, really well respected. Okay. And here's proof. I don't look for, if my friends haven't heard of the school, it's not a good school. I look for job placement and placement into master's and graduate programs at prestigious schools. Now, this is a page on Western Governors University's website. They have a list. These are drop downs. They have a list of really, really prestigious schools that have accepted Western Governors University graduates into their master's and doctoral programs. So what that means is if you got a degree from this school and then you got into Harvard, they would put that onto this list that Harvard accepts Western Governors University graduates. So here's an example. We're going to just go to the H through P because there's a lot of prestigious schools in this section. Harvard University has accepted WGU graduates into their master's programs. We go through here. Johns Hopkins University, super, super good school. Loyola, super, super good school. MIT Sloan School. This is MIT's business branch, their business school. So if you want like a business degree or a management degree through MIT, that's what this MIT Sloan School is. MIT, almost every year rated the number one most prestigious university in the United States, sometimes the world, has accepted WGU grads into their master's programs. Okay, if we keep scrolling through here, like just Penn State University, Purdue University, Princeton University, and that's just H through P. Like there are so many schools in here. Cornell University, Ivy League, Columbia, ridiculous. Columbia, they've accepted WGU grads into their doctoral programs. Like this is crazy. This shows you that like it's 100% online school. It's totally respected in the education world by Ivy League schools as equivalent to getting a bachelor's degree like anywhere else. Okay. Their job placement's really good too. So these are good things to look for when you're going through trying to find the right school. Stop looking at the name or if all your friends have heard of it or if you love their sports teams and start looking for what is the fastest, most affordable degree that I can get that's going to open all the right doors for me career-wise. That's what's important. Why do we go to college? So we can get better jobs, so we can have better careers, okay? So look for schools that are going to open the right doors for the most affordable, fastest way possible, okay? And the next thing I want to talk about, number 4, this is kind of a bonus. This will not help you graduate faster, but it will save you a lot of money on tuition. And that is, I like looking at schools that offer flat rate tuition instead of schools that charge per class or per credit. So what most schools do, it's like 120 credits to get a bachelor's degree, depending on the credit structure. Some schools will say like 180, but their credits are like smaller. 120 credits for a bachelor's degree. We charge $500 per credit. Well, if that's the model of how they charge you as a student, if you earn all those credits in 6 months, you still have to pay $500 per credit for 120 credits. Like you're still paying for a 4-year degree, even if you get it done in 6 months. Schools that offer flat rate tuition, essentially how it works, you pay for a semester and then you finish as many classes as you want in that semester, and the price is exactly the same. So whether you finish 4 classes or 40 classes, it's the same price for that semester. Well, when you do that, you get to the point where, like, if you graduate, get a degree in 6 months, you're paying like $3,000 to $4,000 for your entire degree. If you graduate in a year, you're talking $7,000 to $8,000 for an entire bachelor's degree. Well, when you bring the price down that low, scholarships and grants, like coming up with $5,000 in scholarships and grants, is really not very difficult. Coming up with $100,000 in scholarship grants is really, really hard. So if you can bring the price down, graduate in less than a year, you can usually make scholarships and grants pay for 100% of your tuition, and you're not out of pocket at all. So this is my process for how to find schools that will allow you to graduate in like as little as 3 to 6 months with a bachelor's degree. Most people that work with me shoot for like 6 to 12 months. I've had students do like an entire year of college in a month. Okay. I've had students that go slower because they don't have very much time and they're slow learners who are closer to 18 months. But most of the time it's 6 to 12 months is the goal. You can do this really, really quickly, qualify for your dream job faster, and not be in a huge hole of debt. So it's a much faster process. I hope this video has added value to your day. Choosing the right school is just step 1 of the process. Like once you've done that, you actually need to learn how to accelerate all those classes, finish everything in less than a year, or otherwise it's still going to take you 3 or 4 years to graduate. If you want to learn how to do that, the process, I call it degree hacking. I'm just going to leave a link to another video down in the description. I call it my degree hacking tutorial. It's free to watch just like this. And yeah, if you want to learn about it, I'll leave that link down below. If you've liked this video, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, click the notification bell, because I'm always teaching about how to get college degrees faster and how to save a fortune on tuition. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you in the next video.